welcome to Little Learners. Today we're going to be talking about the summer holidays and other holidays that happen during the school year. There has been a lot of news about this lately, so I thought it would be good to kind of lay it all out and see where everybody stands. Before we get started, don't forget to click that like button during the video if you find it interesting, helpful, and don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss a future video. And of course, thank you to our channel members. If you want to become a channel member for some fun extras, then the information about how to do so is in the description box down below. Summer holidays. As a child, you look forward to these 6 weeks of no school and really doing whatever you want within reason. As a parent, you might dread the 6 weeks holiday. Not because you don't want to spend time with your children, but because of the childcare situation. For 6 weeks, you have to find a way to have childcare for your child. If you are a parent or carer and have to navigate this, let me know in the comments down below what you do to cover that 6 week period for childcare. Now, you may have seen in the news lately that Surrey County Council have decided that they will be cutting the 6 week summer holiday down to 5 weeks and instead taking that extra week and adding it on to the October half-term holiday, taking that from 1 week to 2 weeks. This will start in the 26-27 academic year. Surrey County Council did a survey of their schools and 60% were happy about the proposed change, 30% said they didn't want it, and 10% said they weren't sure. So that's happening for them, but it's not just Surrey. So many other schools around the country are either already doing this or considering doing this. Now, whether or not a school can decide how they're going to arrange their term dates depends on what kind of school they are. So if they are maintained by the local authority dictates what the term dates are going to be. If they are an academy, which many schools are nowadays, a free school, or any other school that isn't maintained by the local authority, they can actually decide on their own calendar. They can decide how many weeks they're going to have for each half-term holiday, for the summer holiday. They can decide on their dates themselves. Schools do have to have at least 190 days of schooling. If they are a local authority maintained school, then that means they need to have 32.5 hours a week. And if they are an academy or one of those other schools I mentioned, then they still have to have 190 days, but they can decide how long a day should be. It's really interesting when you think about how the academic year goes. We start in September and we end in July instead of starting in January and ending in December. And then it gets even stranger when you think about this big 6 week holiday in the summer. Where did it come from? According to the Historical Association, the 6 week holiday came about because of agricultural needs. Children were needed to help their families on their farms and for the harvest. And so the summer months, the weeks leading up to autumn, were the most crucial to have as many family members as possible helping on the farm, and therefore children would not be going to school. It wasn't actually until 1891 that children could go to school for free. So before that, parents had to pay for their children to go to school, and there was no way they were going to be paying for those summer months when children needed to be at home. So schools decided that this would be the best time to have a break. Then we had the rise of steam. Steam engines, steam trains meant that going away, travelling, became more accessible to more people. It was still expensive, but not as expensive as travel had been, and that saw the rise of the English seaside holiday. Of course, many families taking this during the summer months. So again, children weren't going to be going to school during the summer months because their families were taking them away to go on holiday anyway. Now, there are lots of other reasons that people attribute to the 6 week holiday being the way it is, and there isn't actually a clear reason. It just seems to be lots of different things that happened that kind of gave us what we have today. But then you have to ask, does it really make sense in today's society? We don't need our children working on the farms or in the factories. What are the positives of having a 6-week holiday these days? The only thing really is that children can spend more time at home with their families. But we now have a society where families have both parents working. So who are the children supposed to spend time with? Parents and carers are out at work and children are off of school. Of course, we also have the problem of holidays, flights in the summer holidays being extremely expensive and many families being priced out of being able to have those experiences, and so having to either not have them or take their children out of school at other times, which they are then penalised for. Would having more time during the year, so longer October half term, longer February half term, would that give more families an opportunity to have holidays? Would it take the pressure off the summer holiday prices, because everyone's going on holiday in the summer, and spread it out a bit to the others? What do you think? Aside from childcare, the 6-week holiday is also quite a long time for children to be away from school, away from learning, and some practitioners, some researchers feel that this leads to a dip. And we do sometimes see this. We see the summer dip where children come back in September and they have forgotten some of the things that they learnt just before. It really depends on the child and what the parents and carers are doing with their children during the summer months, but we definitely do see that dip in some children. So there's an argument for having a shorter time that they're away from school to help keep that consistency going. Would this be better for both children and teaching staff when we think about the pacing of the school year? What do you think? I'd really love to know your thoughts. Is your child at a school that has or is going to change the way that the academic calendar is? Do you think that a shorter summer holiday would be better, or do you think it should stay the way it is? I can't wait to find out your thoughts. Please do let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it interesting, helpful, or you just want to help out the channel, and subscribe so that you can return to see more videos just like this. Don't forget, my book, Starting School, A Guide for Parents and Carers, is available on Amazon. I will leave a link in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.